Hi Stampers, it's Gigi with StampFUNatics, and I have this really cute card for you tonight. This is called a tent card, and when it comes in the mail, it would come like this, and then all you would do is lift it up, and then you slide it there, and it's like a tent. I'll just show you there from the side. And so it just sticks behind our little saying here, and that's how it can stand up on someone's desk or table. And what we're using tonight is the Fable Friends. We're going to be using this cute duck and the little chicks that are behind it. And let's go ahead and get started. Actually, before we start this, I just wanted to mention one more thing, and that is that our celebration, which is our big Stampin' Up! Sale of the year, is almost over. It will be over on March 31st, so we have about 12 days left to take advantage of this, and one way that you could do that is through our Paper Pumpkin subscription. Let me get it a little bit closer for you. On a 3-month prepaid subscription, that's over $50, so you could earn one free level 1 item from our celebration items. For 6 months, you can earn 2 free level 1 items or 1 free level 2 item, because that would be over $100. And then our 12-month, you can get 4 free level 1 items or 2 free level 2 items. And you can go ahead and contact me at StampFUNatics.com or email me at StampFUNatics@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to get you ready and subscribed. On my website, you can just go ahead and click the Paper Pumpkin at StampFUNatics.com, and you can sign up that way. You handle this subscription yourself. It's through your credit card. You control it when you want to start it and when you want to stop it. If you are going on vacation and you needed to stop it for a month, you can do that. If you change addresses, anything like that, you control the whole thing through your Paper Pumpkin site. And if you are ordering this, if you use my March host code, which is here, I'll go ahead and send you out a nice thank you also. So I just wanted to tell you about that before we get started. I hope Facebook isn't going to keep clouding up like this on me. They did this last week. Okay, so what we're going to start with is a piece of our Coastal Cabana, and this is 4 1/4 by 11, which is just half of a sheet of cardstock. And then I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and we're not going to use the trimming blade. We're going to use the scoring blade, which is the lighter one. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in, and we're going to score it at 2 3/4, just the scoring. And then we're going to go over to 5 1/2, which is the halfway mark of this for the 11 inches. And we'll get my bone folder here, and we'll go ahead and just crease it really well, and then crease this all the way down. Get our 2 ends together good, and we'll go ahead and crease that. Okay, so this is how it's going to be. This solid part of the 5 1/2 inches here will be the back of the card, and then this is going to be sort of a mountain fold. That will be the part that's going to stick up here later. So what we want to do is we're going to get another piece of our Coastal Cabana, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm taking my basket weave dynamic embossing folder, impression folder, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in, and we're going to run that through the Big Shot, because I'd like to have sort of a basket weave background on it. I thought that would look cute for that little ducky look. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Big Shot. Let me move my card up a little. And this is a 3-dimensional impression folder, so I only need one of my plates. So I'm going to go ahead and put that over the top, and we're going to go ahead and crank that through. And this is what we'll get. And that is this embossing folder like this. Hi Lisa, how you doing? Yes, I'm using the basket weave. I absolutely love it, especially for spring. Okay, so we're going to be using a sheet of that. And then, let's see, what else do I have? For the back of the card, I'm actually using a piece of Whisper White, which is 3 3/4 by 5, and a piece of our Daffodil Delight, which is 4 by 5 1/4. So with that, that will become the back of the card here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my ducks before I put that onto the paper. And I'll tell you why. Because the first time I stamped my ducks, I sort of smudged it a little, and this way I could just flip the paper over. Paper has 2 sides, and even I make mistakes still. I'm going to push it all the way over to the left side and stamp. And that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to start coloring these so I have them the way I want them. So I'm going to use my light Coastal Cabana, which this one is actually retired, so if you needed to, you could use Bermuda Bay. These 2 colors are very similar and it would work just as well. I happen to have these from blends from a while ago and I still had them, so I'm using the Coastal Cabana, but like I said, you can go ahead and use the Bermuda Bay. All right, so I'm just gonna color this in, and I'm leaving my ducks white. You can make them yellow if you want yellow chicks. That's up to you. And I actually did his bow and the little sash all in the blue, even around the neck. Let's see. It's hard to do under the lights. And then I did yellow. Make sure I got this closed good. I'm using my light Daffodil Delight. And let's see, on this one I'm doing her little jacket or dress. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. And just the trim to the hat I did in yellow there. And then this one I did his hat in yellow. I'm just using 3 colors for this whole card. And that's it there. I missed a spot though on the blue. Let me come back right there. There we go. And then for the little beaks, I'm using light Calypso Coral. And for the feet, these little stamps have just been so cute. I love this whole set. This mother duck reminds me so much of like Mother Goose, and you'll see because we're going to be using her too. But I thought this was cute for the little guys. All right, let's get that done. And there, and his beak. Okay, now this is kind of rushed, so you'll do a better job probably when you take your time. All right, let's see. Now, I'd also like to do my saying, so I'm going to bring out my Memento ink again. I don't think if I mentioned that before, but you want to color your blends with Memento ink, and I'm going to go ahead and just put my saying down. And then I'm using my 1 3/8 scallop punch. I'll go ahead and put that in and center it. Punch that out. And I'm going to take 1 dimensional on the back. And I'm going to hold off on putting that on yet, though. Let's just hold that for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and put this onto my Daffodil Delight. Let me get that piece. And here's my snail, just a little bit of snail. And that would not be the piece. There we go. And we'll just center that. And then this I'm going to put onto the back of the card with some snail. So we're just going to put that on the inside of the card. This comes together pretty easy and pretty cute. Let's see. And then, let's see, what's the next part I want to do? We're going to go ahead and run a piece of our white and our Daffodil Delight with our rectangle stitched framelits. And I'm going to be using the 4th one down and the 5th one down. And so the smaller one will be the white, and then this will go on the yellow, and we'll get the big shot out to run it through. I'll be using my magnetic platforms. Let me move everything out of the way. And we're going to run these through at the same time. So we have our yellow. Let's see if my magnets are going to jump a little. There we go. And our whisker white is the smaller one. And I found this was easier just to go ahead and punch out first, and then I'm going to stamp my duck afterward. All right. I can punch that out, and you see the nice stitching around it. It just makes it so finished. And our yellow piece, same thing. Okay, and get the big shot out. All right, so the next thing, kind of scrunch this a little, that I want to do is I'm going to stamp the duck, and this is Mama Duck right here. So I'm taking out the Memento ink again. I'm going to ink her up good. You just want to check it when it's a big stamp that you have a good coverage on it. And let's go ahead and put her right there in the middle. And then I'm going to use the same 3 colors. I'm using the Coastal Cabana, which you can use, like I said, the Bermuda Bay. And we're just going to come around and color her quickly. Have you gotten this set, Lisa? I just absolutely love it. It's so darn cute and great for spring or Easter. It's got a lot of great stamps in it. Love the little guys. This is one with the squirrel, and it has the bunny. Just a lot of cute ones. Okay. All right. It's going to take a little bit of time for me to color. So if you have any things you want to talk about or questions, go ahead and ask, and I'll look up in between. Right now I'm just trying to color quick. And this little coat back here. And there's a little bit up there. And then for the pocket, I'm doing it in the yellow, just to kind of give it the same colors that we have on the inside of the card. And then for the beak, I'm back to the Calypso Coral. And that should do it. Now in the original card, I used pumpkin pie. So if you have that, you can use that color too. I later thought I wanted it a little bit brighter, so that's the Calypso Coral color. So whichever one you have would work. You can choose. All right, I think that's pretty good. Okay. So now I'm just going to use a little bit of snail on this again. And I'm going to put it in the center of the yellow. And then I'm going to take some of, I just thought it needed like a little bow or something. So I'm taking some of this great, let's see, this is Coastal Cabana and Granny Apple Green. And I'm just going to wrap this around. Now this is one of the rare times I'm really wrapping it all the way around. I usually just do a fake bow, but this time I decided, no, I'm going to do the whole thing. So let's just tie that on. And I saw this done in a video, and I thought it was a pretty cool idea to take a glue dot. You know how it's hard when you have to hold it and tie it at the same time. So they took a glue dot. Let me try to do this. Lift one up here. And where your knot is going to be, which would be about there, they put a glue dot underneath to hold it. And then your hands are free, and you don't have to worry about everything moving on you and you have time to make your bow. So I thought that was kind of a cool tip. All right, let's hope I left enough ribbon here. And I'm just kind of doing it backwards so I can have both the loops in the blue color. Let's make that a little smaller. We'll just ease that down. There we go. We can bring it up just a little bit. Let's see, I've got a little crooked. There. That should do it. And we'll cut this side. I just thought that gave it a little something extra. And then when we go to put it on the card, let me make that a little tighter. All right. I'm using some more dimensionals. And I'm just going to put them on the back. Yeah, I think you're right, Lisa. I think that little tip about the the glue dot worked pretty good. It just frees up your hands so you can finish tying if you can't hold everything in the ambidextrous. So let's go ahead and put that on the front of our card. No, wait, we did not add the front of the card. Okay, so here's what you want to do. You're going to add your glue down here, which will now glue on to the front of your card. Like that. But then this part, it's a little flimsy, so I cut out another piece, and let's see how big this was. This was 2.5 by 4. And I'm just going to add it to the back of this for a little more stability. So I'm just going to use some snail and just put it on the back here like so. And then on this front flap, this little rectangle here, I'm going to put my snail. And then we're going to add that onto the card. So I'm going to close it and add it. Make sure I have the right part. And we're just going to line it up so it's straight. And then press it all down. So when you lift your card, this part has some reinforcement now, and it's going to come up like this. So now I'm ready to put on my saying. I didn't know where I wanted it to go yet. So if I put it here, that'll stop it. I think I like that. So I'm going to put it on right there. And then this part's going to get my duck, which will go on the front of the card. And we might even move that up just a little bit more so we don't hide her little hat. And then there's your card. And when you flip it up, it just easels like that. And if you can see from the side, it's an easel. And so they can set it on their desk or on their kitchen counter or wherever they are, whoever you're sending it to. But I just thought that was such a cute card and such a cute way of showing it. So when it's closed and it's in the envelope, it's this way. And then when they open it, you might want to include a little note to tell them how to easel it, because a lot of people don't get those kind of cards and they wouldn't know, and they would probably just open it and look at it and read your writing and everything and then be done. But this way you can tell them, oh, just, you know, stick it behind the little saying and it will turn into an easel for you. So that's my card for tonight. Do we have any questions or anything? I know we got through that pretty quick. Any other ideas or tips that you want to talk about? Let's see here. I can put the other one on this side. So we have 2. Anything? Nope. Okay. Well, this again is our Fable Friends, which is our stamp set for tonight. And like I said, we've done with the cute bunny, we've done a little squirrel, and this little mother and her ducklings. I mean, it's just adorable. So, and they have lots of great sayings. You could make it an Easter greeting if you wanted to. I made this a baby card because of the little chicks. Or you could just make it friends, glad we're friends, or just a happy spring. So there's a lot of great choices for you. And don't forget, again, I just wanted to show you one more time about our paper pumpkin. To earn your last bit of free product, which we all want to get as much as we can from our celebration sale, and for 3 months you could get 1 free item, and for 6 months, these are all prepaid subscriptions, you can get 2 level 1 or 1 level 2, which is your $100 item. And then the 12th month, you can earn 4 free celebrations or 2 of the level 2, which are the $100 each. So it's up to you. You can just go to StampFUNatics.com. Please use my hostess code, and I'll send you out a thank you for that. So thanks, and have a great night, guys.